Well, good afternoon and welcome to Loftus Versfeld. We find ourselves in the Arcadia suburb of Tshwane. Tickle Modisa, he's alongside me for this afternoon's tie. Tickle, what do you make of the starting 11s?
And with TTM looking at how they set up, they line up themselves, you can see that there's a team that is there to actually, they need to be very patient as well in defense, so that whenever they have the ball in time to attack, they need to be able to identify the space.
Ball in from Nascimento to fellow South American Serino, but he cannot keep the ball in play.
And through those spaces, and Mamelodi Sundowns regain position and dominate again. I think they need to conserve their energy. They need to be smart whenever they're on the ball.
Now ball again, Kapinga from outside the area looks to go for another glory of it, but Yanni Yesteron swept forward. This is a decent looking delivery as well, but Ricardo Goss would have gotten on the end of that to his players, while David Matapula is looking to calm down the opposing bench, which I suspect is simply stoking the fire, as they say. Here's the on-loan Sundowns man, Lukubeni looks to tee it up for Rantier. While that ball was eventually cleared.
Those box, and they do have the height with Nascimento being back into the team.
Ball in here, and it's a bit of a scramble for Jakuma. Just to finish off the point about the Temazwane incident as well. I think of the referee is...
And Dwayne, what helps also with that helped Temazwane as well was the player didn't react to that kickback of Temazwane as well.
Yeah, ran that off as if nothing happened. Fair enough, player reaction. Here's Shalulile, lovely ball into that danger area. It's been kept alive here. Mudiba looking to score. Kapinga isn't able to tee it up as Manaka cuts him down very quickly. Morena recovers back towards... There is Mudiba has come to fetch from Serino's delivery toward the back post where Nascimento was waiting. While Arubi was unable to gather and control initially, he does at the second time of this campaign for Jakuma. Here is Nyamane, 2 goals in the tournament already, and it's a decent looking header from a man very capable of doing so. Scored some great headed goals at Orlando Pirates and Bloemfontein Celtic did.
And I think he needs to get more on the ball and also being able to create those chances, because he's just playing there in the midfield. They need to create more opportunities up front.
Lovely ball in here, beautiful from Zwane, looking to cut it into a danger area by Kapinga. He's earned the corner. Lontlo back towards Theron, ball into an 18-yard area. Rantier has picked up a ball that shouldn't have been allowed to bounce. Chip in, and it's only just a little high. Not a worst effort by Diamond Topola to keep his side in the game. And if it comes to penalties, he's not the worst man to have in goal. Topola will be well aware of that. To work that ball back into a danger area, he has Rantier looking for a charging run against his former side. And has seen that ball out over the goal line. It's called a goal kick here.
Look, this is Tukelo Rantier with his skill, knowing very well what he wants to do. He always wants to come into, especially Nascimento's, that 45 will
not be separated. We will see kicks from the penalty mark. This is officially termed. There's a great chance here for Sundowns. It's tapped on by Mkulisa, but a great clearance off the line by Ndengane, and a scrambling clearance in the space of 2 weeks. What a start from Sundowns.
What a start, indeed, and then they looked at Tapelo Morena, saw the run.
To the head on his troubles. It was earlier.
But a good tackle from Ndengane there, knowing that the goalkeeper is out of his goal post, so now he needed to do what he had to do with that tackle.
Sundowns, again the Uruguayan over this. Low and flat, it's chested by Topola down. It's recovered by Sundowns through the rear. Decent delivery in here again, and this time it's Brandon Theron who's got almost right between the gloves of Washington Arubi. It's not often that there's a miscue. Looking to press high, win the ball back. Ultimately, not give Sundowns the ball. Shalulile though, a rare miskick from the Namibian international. Time challenge. of the park, and now a streaking run from Lukubeni. Yaman is on his inside, and so to Randir inside that 18-yard area. Might try to go himself, instead look to tee it up for the man running on in Limpilo Ngema. There is a distinct structure that they certainly lacked at the start of the season for Chakuma side, who, bear in mind, in the very first cup competition of the season, couldn't even put a squad together.
Yeah, they come a long way. Now they're a team that is well structured now, but the problem is...
Could concede here, ball straight back, and how did the Tembazwane miss that? It's all come crumbling. The nuts and bolts falling out as Sereno ran onto a beautiful pass, sent a testing ball in towards Arubi, who could only parry it as far as Zwane. It had goal written all over it. The only... Okay. Then now wide. Delivery in. Here is Zwane looking to make up perhaps for that false attempted strike a short while ago. With Nyane drifting across for brief moments anyway. But it'll also give Nyamane some space. Or at least they'll be hoping that that's the case. Beautiful from Modiba, linking up with Lekay. Delivery in and a header that's crisp, but beautifully saved by Arubi. Best goal-scoring chance outside that ball that fell to Tembazwane. And while there was a firm and on-target header,
you'd want him to play on this side because he's got a good left foot. This is an interplay, good hill, a back hill there from Modiba, good cross from Lekay. You know, Sereno coming there, one of the shortest guys on the pitch, jumping that high, good connection from the ball, a good save from the goalkeeper there.
It was large. It's long been a star in so many ways. This star continues to rise, even in the twilight of his career, the veteran. Midway through his 30s now. Zwane. Lovely flick over the top here, no offside. Sereno here inside the 18-yard area. Penalty surely. That ball was away. There's going to be some consultation here from where I'm sitting. It's not been called, if you are wondering. And I saw it as a penalty because the ball was taken away. While Sereno went up, he was heading down. There was clear contact. But after he was on his way down, front leg buckled, holding on to the ball. Nyamane to that danger area. Lovely turn from Nebulamba, who looks for the shot at goal. Nariek might have put him off, skewing off the side of the boot from Nebulamba, but there is much promise in this build-up as well.
Yeah, much promising build-up, especially on this right-hand side. They're overloading the Nebulamba there with the good turn. That's the turn with the striker there. It's unfortunate that he couldn't hit the target, but good.
The Cleveland boss picks up. Now, Shalulile charging down on the defence, and Unyane clearing over his shoulder.
But those are the type of runs that he needs to keep on making in order to put Mamelodi Sundowns under pressure in the defensive half.
Shalulile looking to turn and go, but he's unable to do so beyond Nonyane. Teron comes away with it now. Nonyane's continued his run, receives from Ngema, and a charge into a good area. No offside here for Nebulambo. Takes a strike, but this time wide again. Goes with the left. Okay, before Sia. There's no real sense of panic I get from Sundowns as they look to get it in here. It's a chest of Shalulile. Vilangazis to win it. It's brilliantly denied by Washington Arube. For the second, get across to save this. This was sensational.
Indeed. Look at the first touch from Villa. What a save. You know, use the laces. Wow.
While Chippa United await in the final, a winner is yet to be decided here. And for Chakuma, they've got Sundowns scoreless.
What Chakuma have done.
One of the top European leagues. As a referee advisor, the ball comes into a danger area that Villarasi looks to take advantage of, and again fails to do so. 30 seconds of added time left. The opening 90 extra time beckons, but this was another glorious chance.
What a glorious chance, with an opportunity for Villa to win the game and seal the game.
Lovely ball in here, Morena, and that ball is going to be more of this game, but this incident and the 90 as a whole, give us your take. Ninth corner of the game. This is the seventh though for Sundowns. Lakay feeds again, curling away. The header could be there, and in the end, it's out unwittingly just over his own crossbar. They're also a side that is, they are the most studied football team, certainly among the most studied on the continent, but in this country they are by far the most studied. Chance to come through here. That's going to be a free kick right on the edge of the penalty area as Vilagazi has fouled. A critical call here. Beautifully set up again.
The beautiful setup by Modiba there.
It tends to be his way. Very deliberate over this. Lakay! Oh, beautifully denied again by Washington Arubi. Seemingly impenetrable today. And on the anniversary of his country's independence, he is seemingly doing no wrong as he snaffles it again here. Sundowns are certainly increasing their tempo, they're increasing their pressure. This is Lakay. Deko.
No, I think that's a great save from Washington Arubi. I think with Lakay, you want to...
15 yards away from goal is trying to keep it down again. Or to get it down, to see some dip. Longer range shot here, taken again. Arubi lines it up, gets his body behind it.
But I think one of the ones that most people don't speak about is the one that I scored against Maroka Salas.
Now Nibulamba, he's got some pace. Chopped into a danger area by Ricardo Goss.
Looking at the subs, I think...
Great chance here in a run, and maybe... Oh, is that going to be a penalty? Well, referee has a look, and he seems convinced that there was... Let's see what you got on Yango has come on, and he's made a challenge. Well, that looked like he's less than 5 years ago were crowned continental champions. Great chance at the back, and Brandon Durant throws his head at this ball, gets it clear. A follow-up here, lining up to take it. Could this be? Oh, Washington Arubi denies him initially, but the follow-up is there. The offside flag is up, and still it remains goalless. Dramatically as this game progresses, controlled by Shalulile, looks to get the shot in here, but Arubi with another brilliant save, and Onyam.
It will be one of those things that they'll be talking about. We didn't create enough chances to score. We were sluggish, we were not fresh enough, but I think Chakuma came in and with a good game plan.
Begins now. Lyle Lakay against Washington Arubi, and Lakay shows confidence in putting it away. As for the first time tonight, the ball bulges the nets with Sundowns. Lunyane, usually very confident from 12 yards out. In he goes, and it goes high, and the opposite way of the diving goalkeeper, Goss. We're on strike in the penalty. So, Washington Arubi looking confident in goal, having denied Siso Vilagazi from open play. Can he do it from 12 yards out? Straight down the centre. Vilagazi has an inherent mental fortitude and strength that... not looking at him, looking down at the ball. Now, little glance up, Dengane to keep it 2-2, and while Goss got a hand on that, it was far too firm. Into the back of the net it goes, and the two share a smile. 2-2. Let's see what you have, says Washington Arubi to a man who has been the designated penalty taker for Sundowns for quite some time, Ricardo Nascimento. He goes too high. That is more placement than power. And the captain marches over to his goalkeeper to say, you've got this, go win it for us. South Africa's National Cup final. Will it be the defending champions? The first-time semi-finalists. Mulawane goes away, that I can tell you, Tukumudise knew he would from the start. You said he was going to Goss's left. Inside a place in the final. Tapelo Morena against Washington Arubi from 12 yards out. Sundowns to go 4-3 up, and again, much confidence from Mamelodi Sundowns. There is some swagger in the Sundowns squad yet. You can talk all you like.
enjoying a little bit of a dance there after scoring. You know, he made sure that Ruby goes first, you know, it delayed a bit so that Ruby can commit and make it easy for himself.
Independence from Colonial Powers. Madanaga stands over the ball, staring down Ricardo Goss of Sundowns. And again, Power. There are a few brave penalty takers here. They're a player who no doubt recognises the responsibility that rests on his shoulders now. Beyond this is sudden death. And successfully tucks that ball into the back of Arubi's net and sportingly goes over. There is much respect. This is a man who's produced the goods before, previously with Platinum Stars, formerly of Sundowns, for Chakuma Chamadimandila to keep them in the penalty shootout. And he makes no mistake against Ricardo Goss. So 5-5.
Which means you're not one of the best five within the team, but Hlompoke can have seen him scoring penalties. He has an opportunity.
So Hlompoke Ghana stands over this. Not only a legend of the game, the all-time record scorer in goals in a Nedbank Cup match. He goes from 12 yards out and is denied. Washington Arubi has done in the penalty shootout at sudden death what he did throughout the open play period. Sundowns players, the ball in the back of the net, firmly struck, went the right way, and a firmer arm and wrist to deny. Man started his career under Mamelodi at Golden Arrows. He's now under Mamelodi again at Sundowns. Needs to make the save or have Nebulamba miss. And Nebulamba tucks it into the back of the net, and we've got our finalists confirmed. It will be Chippa United against Chakuma Chamadimandila, two sides that are still very much relegation candidates contesting for the National Cup, as tempers seemingly look to be boiling over at a security station. The celebration, though, is for Nebulamba.